Hello, everyone. Happy Thursday and welcome to Thursdate with Erika. I'm so excited to be on here. I hope you all are having a wonderful week so far, and I sure am. Today has been a busy day, but I am so glad to be here with my guests. And if you're new to my page, thank you for following and liking my page. And each week I come on here and bring on a digital business owner in my community. And the purpose of this is so that you can see the types of people that are running their own successful digital business all around the world. And today, I have a very awesome couple here with us today to share their story. And I've actually met them, I think, like not last year, but the year before, the summer before. We had a big camp out like mastermind for people all around in Alberta. And so Gary and Kathy, they actually live in Lethbridge and they came to this mastermind and I was able to meet them in person. And so it's so nice to have the opportunity to actually see people and connect with them offline when we've been working together online for so long. And so I'm so excited to bring them on and have them introduce themselves. So Gary and
Hey,
Kathy.
Hello.
Hi, how are you guys doing?
Doing really good. How are you?
Doing good as well. Thank you so much. And you both live in Lethbridge. We visited Lethbridge tons of times. For people that may not be familiar with Canada or Alberta, so Calgary is close to the southern part of Alberta, but Lethbridge is about 2 hours south of where I am, where Calgary is. And
mhm,
how far, like how long of a drive would it
2 hour
be
drive.
for the border,
Two,
though?
2 hour drive to Calgary, and
Oh,
it's about an hour drive to the border
yeah.
either direction. There's two border crossings, actually three, but they're about an hour from us.
Yeah, so they're really close to the US border. And so, yeah, so just a little bit of geography for anybody who's interested. But would you guys mind just introducing yourself quickly to our viewers today?
Sure. So
Go ahead.
I'll
You
go
go first,
first.
Kate.
Okay.
Sure.
So I'm Kate. I have one son, and I've worked shift work pretty much my entire life. So combination of like, day shift, afternoon shift, midnight shift, 8 hours, 12 hours in a factory setting all the time. So yeah.
Hard
And
work.
I'm Gary. I've worked in the construction industry for most of my career as a self-employed business owner. Um, and I have two kids from a previous marriage, and Katie and I met in 2017, and we're married about a year later, and things are going along, and we we're looking for something to supplement our income, and this is what we found.
Awesome. Yeah, and I was gonna ask, right? Like, so you have your construction business, and
Yeah,
you said you're an entrepreneur, right? Like, so you're self-employed, and Kate,
yes.
you've been, in the factory, like that. Those seem like stable employment, but what was it really that, prompted you to look for something else?
Well, for me, because shift work is really tiring, right?
Yeah.
It's you have to adjust your sleep all the time, and you're not on a set schedule all the time. When things go different in the factory or whatever, then sometimes you have to switch to a different shift. Then you have to switch your whole lifestyle around, right? Because you might not always be on a 12-hour midnight shift, is what I did, right? So I might end up going to an afternoon shift. And then that means that, when Gary is home, then I don't see him at all because he
Yeah.
works during the day and I work on afternoons, right? So I wanted to look for something different to get me out of the shift work scene, right? And to kind of enhance our retirement because we're getting pretty close to that. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
awesome.
And for me, I apprenticed with a construction company in the early '80s, and by the time I finished that apprenticeship, I knew for sure that I didn't want to work for someone else. So as soon as I finished my apprenticeship, I started my own construction business, and I've made it a good living. I've very I've been through some pretty serious downturns in the Alberta economy, um, but I've done quite well. I went to work for a large construction company for a couple of years, and that did not work out well at all. So I started another construction business, and that's what I'm doing now. And the reason we were looking for something else, like Katie explained her reason, but um, my income is dependent on my ability to work, right? If I'm not putting in the hours and
Yeah.
getting the contracts and fulfilling the contracts, I don't have income. And the thing that we find so attractive about this business is we can put ourselves in a position where the business runs in the background. It's not dependent on us being there 8 hours a day, 5, 6, 7 hours, 7 days a week. Um, we can set ourselves up in a business that works without us physically being there. Isn't that right, Katie?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the I think that's true, right? Like with most jobs, like you have to be there. Even if you're working from home, if you're working for a company, you're still kind of like stuck to your computer because you have to be doing stuff on the computer.
Right.
And it's true, like with this business, it runs in the background. We have systems in place where you don't always have to be playing around on the computer or doing something. Like you can schedule your time how you want
Yeah,
to do it.
it's so much different, right? When you run a brick and mortar business compared to running this business, it's like night and day,
Oh
right? Like
yeah.
Gary has to get up at sometimes 5, 6 o'clock, depending if he's up north or if he's here or whatever, right? And then
Yeah.
he has to do some paperwork, whatever, for whatever job he's doing. Then he has to run out to the job site, right? And then he comes home for lunch, and then he never knows exactly what time he's going to be home. It all depends. If you're right in the middle of doing a bathtub installation, you can't always just stop, right? So you got to
Exactly.
kind of finish it, and then you always have to order materials and go pick them up, and yeah. Where this, I totally agree with you. It's so much more pleasurable, right? Because
Yeah.
it just runs, right? You can go to bed and go to bed and not
Yeah.
worry about if you ordered that material, right?
Exactly.
Or if you
Exactly.
invoice your customer, right?
Yeah, and it's great because we are working online, we're working on different social media platforms, and social media like never sleeps. The internet never
Yes,
sleeps.
exactly.
No,
So
it
Yes.
sure doesn't.
so yeah, definitely a good, you can still rest or be out vacationing somewhere and your business is still
Yeah,
running. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Now, did you look at other things before deciding to do this specific business?
Actually, I was doing a little side thing, doing oils, and I've done many of them throughout the years, right? I've done a lot
Yeah.
of different things throughout the years, and I've always kind of picked one of a product that I liked so that I could benefit in that way with it, right?
Yeah.
And so I guess my most recent one was doing oils. And, it's the same thing as every other one, right? You always have to maintain that rank. And I said to Gary, you know what? I'm just not doing this. It's exhausting, right?
Yeah.
I'm just not doing this again because you always got to maintain that rank to get, and then you always end up with so much product. I was just like, I have enough oils to last me to the rest of my life. Right? So I told Gary, I just don't want to do this again because I don't want to have to maintain the rank, right? Where in our business, it's so different in that way, right? Our
Yeah.
module is set up so much better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So,
Exactly.
I mean, for me, over the years, I've been in multiple um, different home-based businesses, and I found they all overpromised and underdelivered. And I was at the point where I had decided there's no way I'm going to get into another one of
Yeah.
these. But we came across an ad of a relative who I'd been kind of watching, and it was obvious that they were doing something different. They were really making changes in their life. So we looked into it, and we jointly decided, hey, this is something that we can do. It is different than any other home-based
Yeah.
business. It is
Yeah.
online. It's you don't have to buy large quantities of product and store them in your basement or garage or whatever,
Thankfully.
and
Oh,
then be under pressure to sell them. We like this that we don't have to bug our family and friends and other relatives to sell the products. We don't have to focus on selling. We focus on helping others
yeah.
build their own online business, right, Katie?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think, yeah, I love that what you said, right? Like all of those points really were things that I didn't want to do, like bug family and friends, have that inventory. And Marie France, one of our viewers, so true. Like she's tried a few of those too. And really,
Yeah.
it is a lot of work, and
Yeah.
the reward is not worth it. It's not
No.
comparable to the amount of work that you have to do, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
No,
why I
not
call it
even.
they overpromise and underdeliver.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, so when you saw the ad, right? You've been kind of watching it, it intrigued you. Now, were both of you right on board right from the get-go, or was someone
Yeah,
kind of like
yeah, pretty much.
hesitant?
I
Yeah.
the initial plan was for me to do it, and like Katie said, she was doing some a business that was involved in oils. But once she really caught on to this thing, she's like, "Forget that business. I'm doing this with you." And we were both. She was
Yeah.
very supportive right from the start, and
That's
we
awesome.
decided, yeah, this is going to be our plan B. This
Yeah.
is what we're going
This
to do.
is exactly, yeah. And that's I think that's so helpful when both of you are, on board, and so you're helping each
Yes.
other succeed and, grow your business and helping each other help other people. And I think that's the
Yes.
beautiful thing with our platform and how our business is set up, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
We don't make any money unless we help someone else make some money. That's pretty much how it works, right? Unless
Yeah.
someone else
Yeah.
is making some money, we're not going to make any money. So we're not trying to pressure anybody into doing anything and feel like we're, you know, doing that type of thing.
Well, and for me, right, like in this business module, right, everybody gets a coach and a mentor. And
Mhm.
the better mentor you are, the better you're going to succeed, the better they're going to succeed, right?
Right.
There's nothing more heartwarming than we have a few, people that haven't come from the best times. And
Mhm.
so there's nothing more heartwarming than when you get somebody to come into the business and they decide to join you and you can see the shift that it's made for them, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's awesome.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful
Yeah,
thing. And like,
it's yes.
yeah, and yeah, the change in their life and the joy, the happiness that they have,
Yeah,
because and I'm not sure, if people understand this, but like it's not just the business side or like the financial side that improves in your life, like the personal development. When I started this business, like I needed to kind of find myself. And so this business helped me find myself again. And that personal development is so like just priceless. Like I can't put a money amount of how much that was worth to me. Right?
right.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, Erica.
Yeah,
When I said that I've done many home based businesses, when I saw this, I could see that it was different,
Yeah.
and I it helped me kind of rekindle my dreams. Right, I kind of let my dreams die, and like, oh, that's not going to happen. But it's rekindled my dream and given me a zest for life and gave me a purpose, and yeah, it's something to look forward, and we look forward to doing it together and getting ourselves in a position to retire here in the next few years, and it's coming right along. We're really happy with how
yeah,
it's progressing, and we can see it happening in very short order here.
yeah,
That's amazing. I'm so happy for you guys. Now, how
yeah.
long have you been
We've
working?
already had success, right?
Yeah,
For sure. Yeah.
exactly.
We're looking for the bigger picture.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
exactly.
we're just getting started, but
Yeah,
we can see they haven't overpromised and underdelivered. That
yeah, yeah,
are happening as we expected,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great. Now, how long have you guys been on doing the online business?
We got into the business
Two
in
years. Yeah. Two
July
years.
of
20.
2019,
Two
right?
years.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy to see your growth, right? And as I said,
Mhm.
like we met probably a year after you guys joined, and you know, having
Yeah, I
that
think it was
opportunity.
that summer.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And having that opportunity to meet together and like learn and learn from each other was a
Right.
beautiful thing. So that was great.
Yeah.
And it was such a pleasure. That was a really fun mastermind for sure.
Oh, it was awesome. And I think too, like, I know so many business owners, they have the opportunity to have those meetups. And what a
Mhm.
game changer when you do,
It,
right? Because
it
then you
is.
can meet people in real, even though like on this, people can see that we're real. But when you're on social media and they don't always see that side of you, right? But when you get to those little get-togethers, it's phenomenal, right? Because you've talked to people for so long over the internet and then you actually get to meet them. I have another business partner. She lives in BC
Mhm.
and we're actually fairly close. We've made a really good friendship.
Wow.
We've never met in person, but we chat on Messenger and FaceTime and stuff all the time. And her son is actually has a hockey tournament this weekend in Calgary. So we're coming to
Ooh.
Calgary Saturday and we're going to go out for lunch at Red Lobster and it'll be the first time I meet her person to person. So I'm super excited about it, right?
And
It'll
I
be
and I
nice
think
to give her that big hug.
exactly, right? Like that
Yeah.
meeting is going to be so great cuz you guys know each other so well already. And I
Yeah.
have the same thing with so many people from all over, right? Because it is a global business. So you connect
Yeah.
with people from different parts of the world, and some people you just click with, and
Yes.
and you wouldn't have had a chance to meet this person without
Yeah.
this business.
Otherwise, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's so true. Yeah. I've met so many people from around the globe, like
it's it's
so
amazing.
many. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's crazy. Yeah.
yeah. It's so much fun to be able to talk to them and kind of ask like what's going on there, like how do you do this over there, and like talk about the cultures and just get to know them
Exactly.
better, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Like we have a student that lives with us. She's from India.
Oh, nice.
And so they've taught us a lot of different things, about India and how they do their cooking and stuff. And
Mhm.
then through this business, I've met quite a few people from India. So I always tell them, I have a roommate. She's from India and she taught me this. If you got any of those good recipes, right? And they always share. So, even the connection like that, it's wonderful, right?
It
Because you
is.
just go and learn. It's not just all about business. It's about
Mm-mm.
creating friendships and things like that as well,
Yeah,
right?
making
That's what,
those connections. Yeah.
yeah,
And
yeah,
Yeah, and
really,
we've met people from the Philippines, from
yeah,
Australia, from Nigeria.
yeah,
We have business partners in those countries,
yeah,
and as well as home here. And so
yeah,
it's exciting that it is a global business.
it
yeah.
is. Yeah. Now, what would you say to somebody that's look intrigued about the business and the system, but not quite, taken that step yet?
I would say don't procrastinate, right? Do yourself a favor, click on the link, watch the 90-minute info session, learn what you can, right? Because in life it's all about learning, right? It doesn't matter if you go to school to be a nurse, a teacher, a firefighter, a doctor, whatever it is. Even in my job as a factory, I constantly have to learn. I don't get that job and then you just stop learning, right?
Yeah,
And
it's true.
same with the nurse. They don't graduate and then they just go work as a nurse forever. They have to upgrade constantly, right?
Mhm.
So, my advice would be like I said, click on the link, watch the 90-minute info session, see what you think of it, learn about it, right? And then then you can make your decision whether you think it's for you or not. Reach out to your coach and your mentor, right? Ask any questions that you have. But it's, in my opinion, it seriously is like a once in a lifetime opportunity,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah,
I've never, like I said, I did a lot of side things, and I've made more money in a 1 day payday than I have in those side things. Some in a
put
month,
together.
some in 6 months.
Wow.
Right?
Wow. That's amazing.
So yeah, so it's really well worth it to check it out, right?
Yeah, and I would say the way our business model is set up, and you can confirm this, Erica, is really it's a no risk situation.
Yeah.
The initial webinar is completely free. There's no obligation to give you a good overview of what the business is all about, what the income potential is. And once you get there, you can choose to go further with a very, very small investment. And that investment is a money back guarantee as well. So you can go quite in depth and do your due diligence, which I recommend everyone do. We did,
Yeah,
and
even though it was a family member,
and if
right?
yeah, yeah, and
You
Yeah,
if
still
at some
have
we,
point
to.
you decide,
yeah,
hey, this isn't for me, you've got 30 days to get a refund. But we got into it and we were like, okay, this is the real deal. We're
Yeah.
all over this, and we just continued right on.
That's awesome. Yeah. And I've said like this business is really the a gold mine. Like just
yeah,
what you get, like it is just so amazing. Like even the investment and then what you get from that and the earning potential, the way you can change people's lives, the way it has
yeah,
changed my life, like it's just so amazing. Well, yeah,
yeah.
folks,
It's
you heard
awesome.
it. You heard it from Gary and Kate, right? Like check out
I
the
I
website.
would never turn back.
Yeah,
I
exactly. My
seriously,
only
right?
my only regret was I didn't do it fast enough. I didn't sign up fast
And
enough.
that's what everybody says, right?
Yeah.
And people that watch us, I'm sure sometimes, right? I'm sure sometimes they go, oh, they all say they wish they would have started sooner.
But
But you know what? When you get into the business, literally 90% of the people that are in the business, that is the first thing that they'll tell you, because it's so true, right?
yeah.
Like I wish I would have started it 5 years ago when it first started,
But we didn't know about it
Yeah.
5 years ago,
right? I would
right?
be retired.
Yeah, exactly. If you live in the
And we'd
life,
be
right?
5 years
No,
farther ahead,
it's
right?
Yeah.
yeah. And I learned about this business in like early summertime, but I didn't actually look into it till like Christmas time. And I'm
Yeah.
like, man, that whole time wasted. Like, come on.
What are you doing?
I know. It's like, oh, seriously? So that was my one thing. It's like, why did I wait so long? And
Yeah.
it really is a gold mine. And compared to other stuff out there, other side hustles that is available,
Yes.
nothing compares.
No.
Nothing
But
compares.
I will
No.
say too, right? Um, just for some people watching or whatever, this is not a get rich quick scheme,
No,
right? So if you think you're coming into it and next week you're making 5 figures, it's not happening. And if you come across something that tells you that you are, some other thing on the internet that tells you, oh, come join us, you can make four or 5 figures next week, check it out,
yeah,
because right, marketing just does not work like that. It
no,
takes time, patience, motivation. You got to be consistent. It takes work, right? If it didn't take work to make 5 6 figures, every single person on the planet would be doing it.
Yeah.
Right?
It's that thing of
So
it's that
yeah.
thing of over promising and under delivering, right? If someone
Exactly.
promises you
yeah,
4,000 or 4 or 5 figures next week, maybe
Yeah.
you will make that next week, but the week after, guess what?
You won't make
It'll
anything.
be it'll I call it a flash in the pan. you'll
Yeah.
have instant success and then it's gone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's so many businesses that are like that, that they're in it for the quick buck. But our business model is set up for long-term profitability, and
Exactly.
um, that's why it takes some time to get all the pieces of the puzzle together. All the pieces
Yeah.
are there, but you got to put them together to get the whole machine working, right? And you, some people do it faster than other. It's totally dependent on you. The
Yeah.
system works. Uh, the only variable is you,
Yeah.
right?
The
And
system is tried and tested.
exactly,
Yes.
Yeah.
right.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Gary and Kate. I know it's, your Thursday evening, so we really appreciate you taking the time and, being here with us and sharing your stories and sharing your expertise on the online space. And folks, you heard it from them, right? Like, just check it out, do your due diligence. It's risk-free. So do
Yeah.
yourself
That's
a
the other
favor,
thing, right?
You
Yeah.
right?
you've
Do
got
yourself a
nothing to
favor.
lose, everything to
Yeah.
gain, right?
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. And quite honestly, I always tell people when they message me, they say, "Oh, it's a 90-minute info session," and I say, "You know what? If you don't have 90 minutes to watch the info session, I hate to tell you, but this isn't for you."
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
It
Right?
just isn't, because it does, like I said, it does take motivation, patience, right? You got to be coachable. You
Yeah.
have to be willing to learn,
You
Yeah.
right?
have to have
It's
that drive, that passion to
Yes,
improve your life, right? And to help
exactly. You gotta have a
others.
big
Yeah.
why. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You have to
Yeah.
be willing to put some time. And like we've told people, if you don't have 90 minutes
Yeah.
to look at a business, it's probably not for you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so what we give people, this complimentary um, information session, it is a value. It's not a
Yeah.
5 minute. I mean, what can you tell someone in 5 minutes? In 90 minutes, you'll get a complete overview of the business. It is
Yeah.
of something of value, and it's well worth your time. And
Yeah.
It
if it's
is.
not worth your time, then it's the business probably isn't for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
we feel it was worth every second we spent
Oh
initially,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah. And because there's so much information on there, information that I didn't even think about or know about the online business space, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's
And
so
some
informative.
people, right, they get worried that, what, I don't know how to use a computer. You know what? I'm 60, and honestly, the only thing I ever knew how to do on a computer is make a comment on Facebook, post a picture, and look at an email. Other than that, I didn't know how to do nothing, because I've never really done much, right? Because all my other little side gigs, they were all like an automatic thing. You just filled out an order form, right? Because
Yeah.
you were stocking product. So you
Yeah.
just filled out an order form and hit send, right?
Yeah.
So it's so different than this one, right?
Or
Yeah.
faxed it.
Yeah, or
Facts.
fax
Yeah, exactly.
and then collected. Seriously, to my wall of oils, you would just say, "Oh, Kate, can I come to your house?" Sure, come get some.
Yeah, it's like,
Like
please take some.
I
It's
have
called Kate's
so
House
many.
of Oils.
I have so many, right?
That is too funny.
Oh,
Well, thank
God.
you again so much for being with us. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. We had, a few people watching us. If you're watching the replay, make sure you comment down below. Let us know where you're watching us from. And we'd love to hear from you. You can private message any of us or just check out our websites and get that personal link to the info session, like right
Yeah,
now.
totally.
Well, it was
Yeah.
our pleasure, Erica.
And Erica's an amazing coach, you guys.
Oh, thank
You
you.
certainly won't go wrong there. So jump off
Thank
the
you.
fence and do yourself a favor. It might be the best 90 minutes you invested in yourself, right? That's the other thing I'd like to say. We always invest in all these other things, right? Like you're
Mhm.
taught that you go to school, and then when you're done school, you go to university or college or whatever, and then you get married, and then you have kids, and then you get your RSPs, you buy a house, right? You buy a car, but nobody ever tells you to invest in yourself,
Mhm.
right? And this is a perfect example of what can be of such value when you invest personally in yourself,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
right? And that it
beautiful.
can be passed on to your children, right?
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
There's
Such a
yeah,
beautiful setup, and like, how the system is set up and the integrity that everybody has. And yeah, like
yeah,
that action of investing in yourself, it's like we don't really talk about that. We've never been taught that until
yeah,
these last few
exactly.
years. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
exactly.
Awesome. Well, thanks again, Gary and
You're
Kate,
very
thanks
welcome. It's been my
everyone.
pleasure.
And
Thanks
you
so much
all
for
have
inviting us.
no problem at all. It was such a pleasure. All right, everybody. I hope you found some value in our chat today, and we will see you again next week. Bye.
Okay, bye for
Click that
now.
link.
Yes, please do.